Is album review time. Why would I be reviewing an album that came out 10 years ago? Ha! Joke's on you. It just got re-recorded and released. Thank you, Black Veil Brides. I get to relive my college years. Greetings, Cauldron of Weird fans. Welcome back. It's time for another album review video. Again, this is going to be a bit of a shorter one, but I do want to talk about it because in my college years, this was one of my favorite albums to listen to. And in many respects, I do still get insane nostalgia over this. So, what record am I talking about? So, the Black Veil Brides, like them or hate them, I don't care what you do. I am a fan of the Black Veil Brides, and one album that I am very much a fan of is We Stitch These Wounds, their debut album. That came out 10 years ago. Holy crap, man. That in its own right is insane that that's a 10-year-old record. But they re-recorded it and released it. So it's Re-Stitched These Wounds, which I love the album cover for it. Because, you know, it had, for We Stitch These Wounds, it had Andy's face and, you know, he was all emoed out and shit. And this one has like a skull and has a really cool golden version of the name of the band. Yeah, I really like it. Really cool album cover. I'll pop it up on the screen. Yeah, literally it's just re-recorded versions of all the songs. Like, they redid all the songs, and we'll just go through it one by one. The first track on it is the intro, the Outcasts, and this compared to the old one is so much better as an album intro. And I say that because it's building up. You can feel the tension grow. Like, if they did an anniversary tour for this record, you could feel the tension growing in the crowd as that is playing over the loudspeakers, and it would just be such a cool sound. And I don't know what the deal was, but every time I had this record, whether it was a CD or it was digital, every time I've listened to it, like on We Stitch These Wounds, the original version of it, it would always like have a little delay before it jumped into the second track, which is We Stitch These Wounds. And now it just flows right into it very smoothly, very quickly. Wow, that is a fantastic start, by the way, to the album. We Stitch These Wounds re-record is really, really crisp and clean, and it's very hard hitting, and it punches really, really hard. And I think and I've got to say, I really love it. All these songs, I mean, the grand majority of these songs, let me say, We Stitch These Wounds, Beautiful Remains, Children Surrender, Perfect Weapon, Knives and Pens, All Your Hate, Heaven's Calling, Sweet Blasphemy, and Carolyn, well, even Never Give In. I mean, all of them, they just hit so much harder, and it really leans into the lyricism of the band that you have with the original album, because the lyrics didn't change necessarily. I mean, it's just, you know, it's just redone, and it sounds so much better. The vocals are crisp. The drums, they pack a punch. The guitar is so much more clear. The bass is so much more clear. And of course, that might just be, you know, me having learned to differentiate the parts of what I'm hearing, but everything's just so much clearer on this record. And I listened to this album not that long ago. I mean, it was maybe a week or two. But, you know, it's it's just so much better. And it's nice to hear Andy screaming again. Like, his screams, and they sound good too. Like, his screams do sound really, really, really good. I love it. As a whole, I really do like it. But let's get into the parts I don't like. The Mortician's Daughter Overture. Come on, man. I really liked that song. I really wish, like, they would have done this and re-recorded the lyrics. I don't know why specifically they didn't do the lyrics for this video. This song. I don't know why they didn't include the words on it, but yeah, this is one where I really like the original better, because I do love the lyrics of the original, and I think given the backing that it has now, this very grand and humongous and big sounding overture, I think with those lyrics it would have been phenomenal. So I think that was a mistake on their part to not include those lyrics. The only other part I didn't like was Never Give In, but personally I've never been a big fan of that song, so what do you do? But I will say it did sound better. It did definitely sound better, so I can't really complain there too much. But yeah, no, this was a fantastic nostalgia trip, and I totally get why they did this, because the old school fans are going to love this, and they're going to eat this up, and me included. They're going to download the shit out of this. And you know, I think this is going to be a nice little boost for them in merch sales too. I think I was thinking I might be buying a Black Veil Bride shirt again soon, so wow, way to take me back to college. But the feeling listening to this record as a whole is just outstanding. As someone who is a fan of the band originally, I really, really enjoyed it. I listened to it twice so far today. I had a dentist appointment, so on the way this morning to the dentist's office and on the way back, I listened to it whole both ways, you know, because I got in and out. It was all still during rush hour. I got to listen to it twice, and I've got to say, this was awesome. And I really, really sincerely hope that they do an anniversary tour for this record, because it frankly deserves it, and it kickstarted the band's career. And there are just some bangers on this. I mean, the song All Your Hate is forever going to be one of my favorite songs, and the way it is now, the way it is right now, it's such a grander and stronger song, and I really think they just need to do it. Like, once we can start doing tours again, I think they need to do front to back. They need to play this album and play a couple of their other hits, like In the End and something off Set the World of Fallen Angels. Fallen Angels would work. That's a good song. But, you know, I don't know why I was blanking on, hold on, we need to go to, I need to know the name of this album. Why can't I remember it? I think it's Set the World on Fire. It is Set the World on Fire. I was right. Yeah, I mean, like, you know, play some of your classics, but do an anniversary tour, kind of like what The Used did. The Used in 2017 or 2018, they did a 15-year anniversary tour for, it was for both their self-titled, it was a double album tour, so they did 2 nights for their self-titled and for In Love and Death. And while on the second night, they didn't play Under Pressure, but they closed with Pretty Handsome Awkward, which is, you know, one of their biggest songs ever. But that's something I think they need to do. I think this would be a great thing to capitalize on and, like, sell some merch and, you know, get people tripping on nostalgia, which is always good if you're a band. So, I'm Corey. Thank you, everyone, for listening to me. Thank you for sitting through this. I know it's not my normal thing, not our normal thing, but I really wanted to talk about this album since it came out today. And tell me what you think. Do you, if you're a fan of the band, do you enjoy the re-record, or do you prefer the original? Let me know in the comments below, and I'll hit you back when you comment. I'm Corey. I'll see you next time. Yeah, I forgot this for the Black Veil Brides video. Our sponsor. Check them out, please. Merch store. Links for everything below. Yes, please go check them out. Bye.